Okay, today we are covering a husband that is losing all attraction for his wife because she has become insanely obsessed with plastic surgery. Maybe this is the first time you've seen this, or maybe you've seen a bunch of threads like this hovering around Reddit. Husbands or wives who are constantly talking about how their partner is consistently trying to chase the next tweak, the next filler, the next surgery, and how it's actually significantly changing their relationship. Some of these posts also have wild updates, so it is what is keeping me up reading through the night because I simply cannot get enough of it. But underneath the drama and the tea, there is a lot of real fear, money stress, and body image issues. And that's kind of what I want to unpack, and how maybe your decisions in this world could actually affect a lot of other people around you. Not to mention, these are stories coming from real people, and a lot of the time I like to laugh and joke about celebrities, but these are people going through real struggles. I've been married to my wife for 6 years now. When we got married, she said she wanted to do minor cosmetic procedures on her face to help with her insecurities. She had been insecure her whole life, so I was as supportive as I could have been. She got lip filler and Botox on her face. Already from all of our videos, you guys know how much people's faces changed with Botox and lip filler. We're not even talking about drastic stuff. We're not even talking about butt and boobs. We're not even talking about lipo. We're not even talking about Ozempic. We're talking about like just the simple things that you or I could literally, we could hold hands, we could go down the road to the med spa and we could get it right now. And it does drastically change your appearance, whether you want to believe it or not. After a few months, she got more lip filler and her lips looked scary to me, but she was very happy with them, so I didn't say anything. Oh my God, like to have your partner scared of your lips, like I don't even know what to say about that, because there's a part of it where it's like, do you, girl, like nobody can hold you back from living your life and doing what you want to do with your face, but at the same time, look at these are like crazy repercussions. Next, she wanted to get her boobs done. Again, she was happy with how they turned out, but I thought that they looked weird. Bro, like what are you supposed to do? Like you're literally just living your life, and like what you think looks sick is actually really scary to other people's perception, and then obviously you don't even look like the person that they married. They were so big and stiff, and my wife is a petite and skinny woman, so it just didn't look proportional to the rest of her body. But again, it made her so happy, so I was fine with it. This is how all of this usually starts. Minor, like it's a minor tweak. She finally feels some relief about her appearance, and then he's okay with it because he knows she's happy and nobody wants to rock the boat. A lot of commenters basically said the same thing. Small tweaks are fine, but if the insecurity underneath isn't handled, it turns into what's next. And there's tons of people here in the comments that are saying that they have done and undergone the exact same thing. My aunt used to be stunning. I didn't see her for years, and when I finally did get to again, I didn't recognize her. She got a boob job, cheekbones, and sharper, fake tan, and massive lips. Bro, are you kidding me? Like, are you not supposed to, or what do we say? Like, are we sitting there going like, oh, Nana, you look good. Auntie, you look really good for your age. Like that is, do they want you to notice, or do they want you to just ignore it? Are we supposed to shove it under the rug? In my opinion, if your body dysmorphia is so bad that you'll completely alter your appearance, you desperately need intensive therapy. And I guess I'm not trying to say that there's ever a point in time in your life where you ever stop feeling like you care about what you look like. I'm sure it's not like, oh, when I'm 45, I'm not going to care as much, or when I'm 65, I'm not going to care as much. The truth of the matter is you're probably always going to care, but I would feel like over time, I would only be able to accept myself more. I feel like I accept the way I look now so much more than I did when I was 21, 24, all of that. So to pop up on your aunt who could be in her 50s or 60s and see that she has 180'd the bitch, it's crazy. I'm not talking about one procedure to get a boob lift or a nose job, but multiple procedures that alter your entire appearance. Not to mention that no matter how good you think it looks, it can actually make you look quite scary and unattractive in most cases. I think it's when you get so carried away is when people start to have that look that all of us are scared of. That really freaky deaky Kris Jenner, like where the nose is too small, the lips are too big, the eyes are too large, the brows are too snatched, where you're becoming this very weird appearance that nobody can recognize anymore. People don't talk about it enough, but a lot of plastic surgeries end up making the person look legitimately terrifying. I don't know if it's to look better necessarily, or if it's to look youthful or ageless. Everybody knows that a 70-year-old with a ton of plastic surgery is still 70. Anybody at 80 with a facelift, we still know you're 80. You're not hiding anything. If you're going to change something, it should be for you. One of the best examples that I ever thought about is a nose job. Everybody that ever talks about getting their nose done, that is one of the places, regardless of whether or not you think the person's nose is gorgeous or perfect, that is a pain point for a lot of people, because you can't lose the weight off your nose, you can't lift the butt of your nose, you can't sharpen it, you really can't do anything unless you do it surgically. And if it's one thing, then be done with it. If you hate that one thing, be done with it. But another scary part about changing your nose is you might go, oh, actually now my cheeks look really big, or now my cheeks look too small, I need filler, or now that my nose is so small, my lips look really messed up, so I need lip filler. It's just so bad once you get into it because you can become severely addicted. This time I actually told her I was not going to support her on this one because it's a dangerous procedure. 100%. I feel like at that point, you have to put your foot down, but I truthfully believe if you came to your partner and you said, hey, like, I'm starting to not be able to recognize you at all. Like, you need to slow your roll. Look at how pretty you were when we met. Who are you doing this for? Maybe we should look at alternative methods. Maybe not going to the needles, but maybe going to speak to somebody. There was a story on the internet that went viral a month or so prior about a woman who died during her BBL procedure. How are you going to let your partner go and do that? How are you going to let somebody you love go under the knife and almost die? I was scared. I asked her if she could see a therapist or a psychiatrist about her body dysmorphia before doing this, but she refused and said it hadn't helped when she tried before. This is so tea, you guys. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm locked in. I am locked in. She said she was doing it with her own money anyway, so I didn't have a say in it. I shut up and took care of her after the procedure. I was so glad that she was safe and the procedure went well, but in all honesty, it was horribly done. The doctor made her hips so wide, her thighs and waist were really small, so again, it just didn't look proportional. I genuinely don't fault this guy for slowly becoming less and less attracted to his wife because originally he married someone that looked different. And now this person is becoming a totally different new version of themselves. And especially after she changed her body and her face so drastically. I don't know, leave me a comment in the comments below. Is this something that you think you should talk to your spouse about before you do it? Like, are we asking? You can't help what you're attracted to. It seems like she had very poorly done procedure and not many people are into that look. Also, like, if you're saying, hey babe, I want a BBL, should you like go find a surgeon together? Insecurities are pretty ugly. Surgery doesn't fix them. Oh my God, that's really, really sad, honestly. I think a good way of putting this concern to her is simply by saying, I hardly recognize you anymore. If she has body dysmorphia from her insecurities, then saying you're not attractive to me is only going to cause her further stress and self-hatred, potentially leading to more surgeries. No, but like, once you've done all this, what are we supposed to do? Like, take my boobs out, take my butt out. Also, you guys have to understand, anesthesia, it is a danger every time you're put under. Obviously, we have amazing technology. There's so much great stuff out there, amazing doctors, but the truth is you're always taking a risk. And oh, BBL, boobs, and now we're gonna reverse it, and you can't do it to make someone else happy. BBLs are also higher risk than most cosmetic stuff, and my money doesn't mean no impact when you're married. Several people also pointed out what the original poster already confirmed. She says it's her debt, but he's covering more bills. So yeah, of course, it still affects him. Also, a lot of injectors and surgeons are saying they're seeing a lot more people walk in with filter goals daily. When your reference photo that you're bringing to your injector or your boobie guy is like some face-tuned avatar, how are we ever supposed to live up? Like, real bodies will never match. This is the question. Aren't these things expensive? Are you guys rich? Isn't this supposed to be both of your money? Like, is she spending everyone's money to do this? Have her watch this stupid show Darcy and Stacey on TV. They asked her to go online and look at how both of these twins used to look before all the plastic surgery compared to how horrendous they look now. It might be a wake-up call for her, but I suspect she's gone over the hill. Oh my gosh, Kay, this is what he responds. Oh my God, no, I'm actually like stressed. Nope, we're not rich at all. She has a credit card debt of just above $20,000 now. I told her it doesn't make sense to get into debt over this, and she said the credit card is in her name only, and she will pay it off herself and not drag me into it. Talk about a thoughtful queen. No, but the thing is, when she was going to get these procedures, she already had this looped in her head. She already had the idea of exactly how this was going to play out. Since she's been trying to pay it off, though, I've had to pay for the majority of our other bills since part of her income is now going to that debt. I get a bit frustrated about this, but that isn't even the worst part about all of this. So now it's like, oh, it's my responsibility. No, it's actually our responsibility. We're doing this together because you have to hold up our end of our lifestyle. You have to pay for the house. You have to pay for the bills. And then I'm paying for my boobies. It might seem shallow, but I went from thinking my wife was genuinely the most beautiful woman I'd ever met to thinking she isn't at all my type physically. I just want to rewind time and convince her not to do this. That is literally the most sad thing I've ever read. Are you kidding me? What is it all for? Like, literally, ever since summer, I lost a couple pounds in summer. And now that the fall has hit, I'm eating a little. I'm snacking a little. I probably put on a good 5 lbs. My boyfriend loves me just the same. And why was I so stressed to lose weight in the first place? Obviously, it's for me. But when you realize that the people that love you truly want the best for you, and they don't want you to risk your life to look a certain way, is it not enough? You're in a cycle of nonsense, frankly. Her paying off the card while putting surgeries on it every few months and you covering the rest of your bills is ridiculous and exploitive on her part. The fact is, your finances as an individual and as a couple are still sabotaged by her reckless addiction. I'd reconsider the relationship if I were you. Are we losing a marriage over plastic surgery? Are we losing a love over the obsession of trying to look like the beauty standard? In marriage, you both get a say in recurring choices that carry medical risk, change the relationship, and hit the budget. Body autonomy is real, but so are these joint consequences. If either partner comes to it and says, no limits, no consequences, full stop, then you don't have a partnership. I'd like to add that the confidence and happiness she now has is going to fade again and she'll need something else done. She has an illness. I'm so sorry she's in denial, of course, but it's going to keep happening. This is so crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine. How could you not bring it up though? How could you let it get to like the stiff boobs? Was the stiff boobs not far enough to say, hey man, it's too stiff? So this comment is literally replying to a previous. You've reached this point of your marriage without ever properly communicating your distaste for the procedure. Again, keeping this a secret from the person you're supposed to be closest to in the world. Dude literally asked her to see a therapist and let his feelings be known, but she said it's her money and he had no say in it. I think it should be a decision between two people. I'm not gonna go and ask my friend, and if my friend says, oh, Lael, no, like you can't do nothing. I mean, of course I'm going to take her opinion into consideration, but ultimately it is my choice. But when it comes to who you're sharing your finances with, that's like saying like, do you know how expensive boobs and butt can be, bro? 15 grand, easy for your boobs. I don't know. 10,000, 15,000 for a BBL? I don't know. I've never done it before. But like, could that not be like something to add to a down payment on a home? Could you not go and buy a car? You could literally buy a car. Back to the post. Now the problem is I genuinely don't find her physically attractive anymore, and I don't know what to do about it. I want nothing more than to be madly attracted to her as I was years ago. But everything she has done to her body makes her look slightly terrifying to me. Oh my God, this is so sad. Guys, it was a love story. You know I love love stories, but this is a horror film. I love her and don't think that will change, but I hate having sex with her now. Oh my God. This is like serious. Like, this is actually really messed up. I don't enjoy it, but her SEX drive has increased since the BBL, probably because she's more confident now. Meanwhile, mine has basically tanked. What do you mean? Honestly, I totally get it. Attraction is not something you can force. And a lot of people love to use the term uncanny valley. I use that all the time. When lips, cheeks, forehead movement, and jaw all change at once, your brain starts to like read the face differently. The person's face is literally changing day to day, and even their body, and you realize like, this is not the face I fell in love with. I thought of talking to her, but I'm not sure what good that will do besides make her feel bad. There's nothing that can be done now anyway. She's confident and happy in her body for the first time in her life, and I don't want to ruin it. So I obviously won't ever say anything to her about this. I love every other aspect of our relationship, so that's just going to have to be enough. I obviously can't say this to anyone in real life, so here I am. I just wanted to get this out. This is where your marriage starts to rot. This is the beginning of the end. The moment I read that, beginning of the end. It's never going to be normal. It's never going to be the way it once was. Tons of comments said it. Hiding this doesn't protect her. It just delays a worse blow up. The gentlest line from the entire thread was, I hardly recognize you anymore. It's honest without saying what you actually feel, but you still have to say it. Even if it's hard, you have to get it off your chest. Otherwise, you end up roommates who aren't even romantically involved anymore. Now, there are tons of people in the comments that are talking about like some sort of therapy that she could involve herself in. This is an incredibly difficult spot to be in, and the fact that you recognize it before it hurts your marriage some more is awesome. I feel that the reality is that you have to address it. But what happens when you no longer can romantically be with her, or you can't romantically release? Those are the realities of what could happen because you're no longer attracted to her. You could also start to refuse having time together in the bedroom, turn it down unconsciously before it even becomes conscious. So unfortunately, you may have to burst the bubble. So finding a way to do it now may really benefit you. I have some thoughts for you though, if you are willing to address this in a way where both of you can work on yourselves at the same time. Individual therapy to address the individual concern of body dysmorphia and the loss of attraction. Therapy doesn't work for everyone, and the truth is therapy is like shopping for shoes. Find your right fit. Find the right fit in therapist, therapy style, and someone who really aligns with your own individual goals. Going once and saying it doesn't work is like eating a bad hot dog. It's not fun and no one likes it. So as much as you came here to say things that you can't say to people in your life, you may have to, or not. Maybe just notice how your love life is and where it goes, because it sounds like it's already being affected. Oh my gosh. No, you guys, he's getting into intimacy. I don't even want to hear it. I already barely, to be honest, I found a way of avoiding even getting into, if I go and give her she'll fall asleep right away and we won't even get to having. God, I feel pathetic even trying that, but it's the only way that I can avoid sex without making her feel bad. She used to see me not wanting sex with her as an insult due to her insecurities. It wasn't a big problem back then because I was always in the mood anyway, but now I'm never in the mood, and I don't think I can get away with rejecting her all the time. Oh my God, bro. And the whole time she's thinking I'm gonna be so fierce and so spicy, sexy, hot, and my boyfriend's gonna love it. He's gonna be like attacking me, only to bring the opposite, only to make you feel residually horrible because your boyfriend doesn't want to be with you. Or husband? Oh my God. I was thinking couples or even sex therapy, but in order to do that, I'd have to be honest with her. I just don't know how I'm going to tell her she went above and beyond to alter her appearance, and I don't find her attractive. She did all that because she thought people didn't find her attractive and didn't believe me when I said that I did. I think this will just crush her, and I'm not sure if I can do it. Oh my God. I don't blame you, but like, would it not have been easier at the beginning to just get it off your chest? Like the fillers and Botox, like, hey babe, like if I showed up altering my appearance to my boyfriend, Botox, and he would literally tell me to my face, what did you do to yourself? I wouldn't be able to get away with it. And he would never hide that from me. It really all comes down with this guy's inability to be completely honest and open with his wife. And everyone is just consistently telling him that the longer he holds onto this, the worse it's going to be. I think eventually you're going to have to tell her, you seem like a really nice and caring man. I feel so bad for you both. And not being attracted to your partner is not the way to have a long-term relationship that's fulfilling and lasts. Attraction is basically a cornerstone of marriage. The only way to address this is by being honest with her. Maybe she can reverse some of the procedures. I think this will just crush her, and I'm not sure if I can do it. So you're going to sacrifice your happiness, your sex life, for hers. Doesn't seem healthy. And the thing is, if she likes how she looks, why would she go and reverse the procedures? Like, is she going to simply do it just for him? But what if she's incredibly happy? I do understand how this is such a helpless situation because he already asked her to seek help and go to a therapist, and she refused. This is just going to delve into a deeper and scarier addiction. Now, this comment is crazy good. If she had a gambling problem and refused to get help, everyone would say to leave. Any kind of mental health issue that leads to self-destruction has collateral damage. We all know that. And it's why we tell people to protect themselves and leave. Just to boil it all down in the simplest essence, she has a problem that therapy can fix, but she's taking avoidant routes. Surgery, drugs, gambling, cheating, it doesn't really matter. Externals cannot fix a gaping hole in one's internal self. You cannot be partnered with someone whose sense of self has a giant hole in the bottom where all of the love and caring leaks out. And OP is wrong. She is not happy. Her external self is happy, but her internal self is not. She lacks equilibrium. If her internal self were happy, she would be present for him, and she's not. She's using him. He's basically her. It could literally be anyone. That is insane because this is the exact same thing. We've all become so loving, and in a way, like, as individuals, I feel like we coddle people a lot more than we used to. I feel like before, when I talk to my great uncle or I talk to my grandma, and the way she lays it on me, like tells me the business, tell me what's up. My great uncle asked me why the hell I'm wearing such ugly pants. We truly want everybody to be happy, and we don't want to hurt people's feelings, because there of course can be really bad effects from it. But when it affects you and your livelihood, what are we even talking about? What are we talking about? And yeah, a lot of commenters brought up the body dysmorphia issue. If you relate to that, the answer is not a new doctor. It's a therapist who understands BDD. That's the only path where you don't need a new appointment every time your feelings dip. And to anyone that might be actually going through something very similar to what this poster is going through, you're not crazy, you're not cruel, but you are lying. If you love this person and you care about them, you cannot lie to them. Tell them that you miss their original face and you are so scared to lose your marriage and the person that you love the most. Set real money rules, maybe schedule couples therapy. If she says no to any of that and she wants to keep going down her own path, then she is simply choosing her own instant gratification over the partnership. That's totally her right, but it's also your cue to walk away because it's so not worth it anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please throw a big fat thumbs up and also comment down below and let me know if this was a style of video you enjoyed. I feel like I come across these types of Reddit threads and all of this content about people that go through these crazy experiences, and I feel like it only opens our eyes more to what plastic surgery does to people. It's insane. If you enjoyed today's video, you can go ahead and watch my latest one right here on deep dive facelifts. If you guys haven't watched or know anything about the crazy facelift trend, you are going to love this. If you don't love that one, you can also watch here to find out why Kylie Jenner's brands are absolutely dying and going down the tubes. Nobody's buying Kylie Cosmetics anymore. It's overpriced garbage. You guys know I love you, and I only make these videos because I truly want the best for you. I hope you have an amazing day or night or whenever you're watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.